Okay, so good afternoon, all. I guess I am actually too late for today, and I was not able to read out yesterday's newspaper on time. Yes, on yesterday, of course. So I'm trying to read it today, and as soon as I finish this reading, I will be making this video public because it is now as unlisted version, so no one is able to watch it live. Okay, so let's, because if there will be no such comments then which I have to comment on or I have to look at. Okay, so now this news is of this newspaper is of Monday, July 6, 26, like 6/7/2026. Okay, so it was not uh, best newspaper. Why I'm talking like this? Because there are many disturbing news. Even after changing the government, whoever was hoping that total scenario of women empowerment or the protection women against such kind of eve teasers or rapists are um, is possible. The reduction of the number or the eradication of such crime will be possible, but actually it is not. So the very first news of that day was that 12-year-old raped, killed in Baruipur, one suspect lynched. The body of a 12-year-old schoolgirl who was allegedly raped before being killed was found in a pond in Baruipur on Sunday. Protesters lynched a 26 years old suspect, threw bricks at police and Central Forces personnel, damaged vehicles. Sorry, let me read it again because maybe the sentence is conveying something different according to my reading style. Okay, we read it. 12-year-old raped, killed in Baruipur, one suspect lynched. The body of a 12-year-old schoolgirl who was allegedly raped before being killed was found in a pond in Baruipur on Sunday. Protesters lynched a 26-year-old suspect, threw bricks at police and Central Force personnel, damaged vehicles, and blocked roads and railway tracks. Protesters set fires and logs on fire on a Baruipur road. One of the suspects has been arrested, reports Monoto Chakraborty. CM Shubhendu Adhikari spoke to the girl's father and assured him of strict action. The CM will excuse me. The CM will meet him on July 7th. A six-member SIT headed by an additional superintendent of police will probe the incident. A murder case has been started. Cops are awaiting autopsy results before adding the rape charge. Page number 3. Let's read what is being continued on the third page of this. Okay, so one lynched Baruipur on boil after rape and murder of 12-year-old. CM dials girl's dad to meet him tomorrow. The body of a 12-year-old schoolgirl who was allegedly raped before being killed was found in a pond in Baruipur on Saturday. Protests by locals snowballed into large-scale arson and violence, with the mob lynching a 26 years old suspect, a brick-batting police and Central Forces personnel, damaging vehicles and squatting on roads and railway tracks. CM Shubhendu Adhikari spoke to the girl's father and that um, assured him of strict action. The CM will meet him in Kolkata on July 7th. One suspect, Prabhash Mondol, was rescued from the mob and arrested. A six-member SIT headed by an additional SP will probe the incident. Cops have lodged a murder case and said they are awaiting the autopsy results to add rape charges. Another FIR was lodged related to the assault on cops and vandalism of police cars, and a third FIR was filed related to the lynching. According to locals, the girls had left her home around 4 p.m. on Saturday to buy a gift for a friend's birthday but did not return. On Sunday morning, her body was found near Surajpur Hat, and the family alleged she had been raped and strangled to death. The family named four local residents in their FIR. The locals alleged that four, five suspects 4 to 5 suspects had abducted, gang raped, and murdered the child before dumping her body. Alleging extreme police negligence and delayed response, residents launched a protest near the Sialda Namkhana railway line, bringing train services to a halt, while another section of locals blocked Baruipur Joynagar road by burning wooden logs and tires. The victim's kin and neighbors also initially refused to hand over the body to cops. Amid the chaos, protesters spotted on the suspect's Indrajit Tati, even as he pleaded his innocence, the crowd assaulted him brutally. When cops and Central Forces personnel tried to intervene, they were driven back under brickbats, which injured several officers. Once reinforcement arrived, cops managed to rescue Tati. However, he subsequently died. It was around this time that CM called the girl's father, who later said the CM has asked us to go to Bhavani Bhavan on Tuesday. He said no culprits will be spared. He then pleaded with the protesters to allow police to do their work. IGP President's Range Kankar Prasad Barui told the crowd, everyone involved in this incident will be arrested. Protesters lifted the blockades by afternoon. The girl's autopsy was done at Kolkata's Katapukur morgue on Sunday evening. Locals also alleged another suspect was apprehended by them but was let off by cops after intervention of a local political functionary. However, police did not respond to these allegations. So, of course, how the another news has come to me, and I got to know it from the social media that I think one of the news channels on social media, okay, one of the YouTube news channels, I got to know about that few men were arrested, few accused were arrested, and then after getting a call from a specific leader, political leader, the police um, spare them, like spare the accused to go to their home. Um, then the mob got, then the people of the local people got furious, like how they can be spared like this. How the accused can be spared like this? They are accused of such a heinous crime, rape and murder of of a girl, and 12. She was only 12 years old. First of all, rape and murder. First of all, it is a capital crime, heinous crime. So they are um, they are ought to get the capital. Like just a second. Actually, something is being cooked here. That's why the okay, sorry, I cannot make an excuse in front of you guys. Okay, so first of all, rape and murder. It rape and murder is a heinous crime, right? and this should be punished. This the accused should be punished with capital uh, punishment. So how can they be spared like this only? So that was the main concern, and that was the trigger point to make the locals furious, and then this mob lynching happened. Um, how can we blame the locals to be so furious? It is a matter where everyone should be furious, everyone should be angry on the system, on the people who have done such heinous crime, and of course on the system if they if after doing this kind of crime they are getting spared, right? So of course it is the, we should not take the law and order on our own hand. But how can it be happen? Like how can you spare them, huh? I'm asking the system, how can you spare them? But if it's not a matter to be forgotten, because there are several uh, and and specific crimes after, and these are not getting reduced by the numbers, or not getting wiped away from the world. And we are really disturbed. Actually, I am personally really disturbed after uh, no not only me, but every girl out there, every woman out there are disturbed, like in this situation where we cannot tell whether we are safe in our home, in our local, in our locality. How can we guarantee that the people who are who were actually promising that we will make the law and order so strict that no one will dare to do such things, they cannot assure their guarantee, right? These kind of news really make us disturbed, not only disturbed but tensed about the future of our children, of us too. Like, we don't know who is being taught, or who is being ready for such crimes, like to do such crimes. If you are telling, if you are thinking why I am saying, if anyone is being taught, because look, someone who is a rapist has not come to be a rapist in one day, like suddenly he decides he would rape. No, it is a gradual process. It is his uh, it is his dare against the law and order. He believes that the law and order cannot harm him, and he believes that he can do this kind of crime and get spared. And he was never um, forbidden to do such things, or do such things which make a girl disturbed, right? Like they start doing this kind of thing, like their first step might be eve teasing or cat calling. Then whenever they are not getting scolded by the locals, even they are doing in front of many people, and they all are only watching them or listening to them, no one are actually scolding them, hey stop doing it, you are not ought to do this, hey go get out from there, or no one slapped them while they do this, right? So that was their first ticket, or first pass to do the next step, right? And like this they gradually uh, were they gradually were um, conditioned like this, that form of the this form of the personality has become so fearless that they can do anything. They know that they will be spared. Or even if they don't know about the law and order, if they have the knowledge that these kind of heinous crime will cause a capital punishment, they still do these kind of things because their brain has been implanted with such kind of sequences of incidents, sequences of passes, sequences of sparing, like they were spared in such situations where they were about to get hit, but someone didn't um, talk against them, like they should not do this. No one scolded like them, scolded like this. So that's why they have been um, made this kind of personalities, right? I think we have to be more conscious about this kind of happenings, this kind of heinous crimes, and all the locals, all the neighboring people should make a small committee or small groups, like where they spread the awareness among their children, among the boys and girls, that how to behave, right? I think we should perform this kind of good behaviors, and we should perform this kind of occasions, organize this kind of occasions where we can actually spread the awareness of law and order, spread the awareness of how to behave, how to control, right? I don't know whether this system will change or not, but it is the high time we have to do this kind of workshops to make everyone um, aware of their rules, of their duty towards the country. Because whenever you are aware of your duty towards the country, then it is sure that you are aware towards your duty, towards your locality, that you have to maintain the um, this correct dignified situation in your locality, like you will not do something anti-social or any heinous crime or anything which will hurt another one mentally or physically, right? We actually fear about our the future of our children, like how they are getting um, like they are growing, and after a certain time we have to um, allow them to go to their tuitions, to their um, institutions, or anywhere on their own, like so if this situation persists, this kind of situation persists, how can we even trust, how can we even live fearlessly? It is really um, disturbing. It is really disturbing. I will cut this part and make it a single video about this specific report, which is like about the rape and murder case of this 12-year girl of Baripur. Because not only this, even before that, uh, there was another incident too after 4th May, and there were too many incidents too before 4th May. It is not the first time, but how many times we will get to listen this kind of um, news? When will such incidents stop? When will such people will stop doing like this? When will the consciousness about the duty of our being will be really elevated in our personality. I don't know. I am no one to uh, decide how to do that, but I can suggest. So that was my suggestion to make committees or organize such kind of um, occasions, right? Where we can really talk about the ill behavior of someone, and then we will get to counsel him, or if someone is really disturbed, we will discuss there and we will get awareness, we will help them, we will because yes, before the law and order, before the police, before the counselor, we come the neighbor, the family, right? So whenever we will discuss this kind of behaviors or any ill behavior in our mind, when we start talking about that, sure, if the family or the neighboring locality is a good locality, or the locality is a good locality of having such intelligent persons who are aware persons who are aware of the good behaviors, and they will surely counsel the person and make good out of them, right? Not and surely take the bad thing away. That was the first news of that day, 6th July of 2026. Then comes the, it was not only news reading, but a kind of discussion. Okay, um, now, only 28% of NGOs under FCRA registration active. And you know something, before this news of NGOs, uh, I don't know how fast this case will proceed and how fast they will get the punishment. The accused get the punishment, but I think the speed of the proceeding of a case and the intensity of the punishment surely implants the fear in the um, bad people's mind that okay, these kind of capital punishment are being really applied, so we should not do this. I don't know, capital punishment is not is the trigger point or not, um, not trigger point, but is the fearful point or not. But I think a strict law and order, strict government can do a change, make a change. I don't know how this new government of West Bengal, the BJP government, led by Shubhendu Adhikari, will act on this kind of um, behavior of people. Okay, I'll surely share you something about this, specifically these kind of behaviors, like in our locality too, where I live. There are the streets full of drunkards, um, sitting on the walls of the street, and then they are catcalling many of us, um, or not catcalling, but they are abusing themselves. They are talking to each other and using so bad words, or bad kind of way to talk to each other, which actually insults the girl, all the people, or elderly people, or the children who are actually coming, or like walking by the street, moving through the streets. Okay, only 28%, and we have complained about that. No one has come. many many of us had complained before this 4th May vote, and no one has taken any action against these kind of people, because many of these people are working in the municipal corporation, and they work as the sweeper or the garbage collector, and I don't know how they are getting the clean sheet from this new government too. So let's make another video, because it is all about. Actually, no, I will not make another video. I will surely read other news here too. Okay, I'm sorry. Actually, I just got quite of emotional out of this news. Okay, only 28% of NGOs under FCRA registration active. Licenses of others are cancelled or expired. Uh, TN tops Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu tops Maharashtra second. Tamil Nadu has 2,104 active NGOs. Licenses of 2,865 are cancelled, and those of 1,774 NGOs deemed expired. Of 5,440 registered in Maharashtra, 1,583 active, 2,211 cancelled, and 1,646 deemed expired. Bihar tops cancelled deemed expired license category at 85.2%, followed by UP 83.7%, Nagaland 83.3%, and Tripura 80%. And on the continuation of to the 16 to the continued news of 16th page. In Bihar, 85% NGO status cancelled or deemed expired. Many of these NGOs were stripped of their registrations for having violated FCRA norms, including one that bars for foreign funded NGOs from engaging in activities prejudicial on national interest. The state with the second highest number of active NGOs is Maharashtra. Of the 5,440 FCRA registered NGOs there, and 1,583 are currently active. So data on state-wise percentage of NGO with cancelled and deemed expired status shows Bihar at the top, and then UP, Nagaland, Tripura, Maharashtra, and West Bengal. The rate of cancellation and deemed expiry in all but one of the northeastern state is above the national average, while 83.3% of social of associations in Nagaland fall in this category. The percentage in Tripura is 80%, Manipur 78%, Arunachal Pradesh 77%, Sikkim 77%, Mizoram 75%. True figures on MH Maharashtra website do not, MH8 website do not offer micro data on religious nature of NGOs. States like Nagaland, Mizoram, Manipur have a sizable Christian community. All the three states have many Christian NGOs, including many with foreign backing. A plausible explanation for high cancellations and expiry of FCRA registrations in Bihar and UP, a source said, could be that the errant NGOs were either found to be inactive or failed to file annual returns. This is the case. Now, after reading this kind of child sex abuse and case, we are ought to read this kind of news where there are some triggering points, some really um, encouraging point or encouraging things which are actually encouraging child sex abuse um, are the social media posts like which are actually getting stopped or reported in Insta or Meta, and I don't know whether they are taking any kind of actions or not. Let's read about that. Stop child sex abuse ads on Insta immediately. Center directs Meta. Government Saturday evening issued a stern notice on Meta, directing it to immediately disable all paid advertisements and content on Instagram that promote or facilitate access to child sexual exploitative and abuse material. CSEAM sources said. Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology (MeitY) has given Meta 7 days to submit a detailed explanation on how such advertisements were allowed to appear on Instagram, what checks were carried out before they went live, and what corrective actions has been taken. The advertisements, government sources said, were allegedly being used to direct users external platforms hosting unlawful child sexual abuse material. The ministry has asked Instagram to disable all such ads and related content without delay and put in place safeguards to prevent recurrence. Government is treating the matter with utmost seriousness, particularly the alleged algorithm amplification of sexually exploitative content through a large social media platform. Zero tolerance for child abuse material, Meta. Officials said paid promotions are expected to undergo stricter screening than ordinary user posts, and the company will have to explain how its review systems failed to detect such content. A Meta spokesperson said the company has zero tolerance for soliciting or sharing CSAM child sexual abuse material, including in ads. We use advanced AI technology to proactively detect violating content and individuals, but we are in a constant battle with the criminals who hide among our 3.5 billion users and try to evade our detections. That is why our teams are constantly working to develop technology to root out predators, block violating websites, and share intelligence with other companies, and the spokesperson said. Last year I was a little bit ill and a little disturbed after knowing that um, the 12-year-old girl was not only raped and murdered, they actually, um, when they found that she is still alive after that assault, they try to kill her, and when they after putting her into a bag or sack, when she was still trying to breathe, or there was a sign of life in her, one of the abusers actually pressed her throat with his foot and killed her, and then threw that sack into a pond and waited there until it got totally sink, and after it submerged in that pond, they they move. Uh, okay. Urban Weekly is spending 66% of their weekend. Molestation claimed against app biker. A 20-year-old woman was allegedly molested by a app biker around 9:30 p.m. at the crossing of Bourbon Road and Jackson Lane on Westminster. The woman, the woman, a resident of Big Bagan, was traveling as a pillion rider on another bike when the accused motorcyclist interpreted the vehicle. The rider operating a two-wheeler for a bike pulling aggregator touched her inappropriately. He allegedly outraged her modesty on the road and fled the spot before onlookers could intervene. The Bazar police station registered an FIR on July 3rd, 2026. The police has booked the yet to be identified rider under Section 74 of the BNS, which covers assault or criminal force to a woman with intent to outrage her modesty. Investigators have traced the registration number of the motorcycle involved and are contacting the ride hailing platform to get the personal detail, driving license, and GPS trip logs of the rider assigned to that vehicle during the time of the crime. Police are also scanning CCTV footage from the Brabourne Road intersection to map the suspect's escape route and secure a clear visual profile. Officers confirmed that a hunt is underway to arrest the culprit, and cops are checking local databases to verify the vehicle ownership data. Another. Then spot fine bike seizures on cop list for helmet protests. Uh, so whoever is actually uh, doing something like not wearing helmet or not keeping their license with them or uh, breaking the traffic rules, they will not get spared as Kolkata police top brass has asked traffic guards not to let their guard down while acting against illegal parking, non-wearing helmets, and people violating traffic norms. Then comes, I'm so sorry, it is being less energetic today. One good news is there. National Library Esplanade Center to reopen after 22 years. Okay, so let's read it. More than 2 decades after it was shut because of the severe structural decay, the iconic Esplanade Reading Lounge of National Library India is set to reopen book lovers, researchers, and students from Monday. Following the extensive restoration, the Heritage Reading Lounge on Esplanade East has been transformed into a modern knowledge center, now designed as the library's city hub. The reopening was cleared after a key intervention on Friday by K.K. Mishra, Joint Secretary in the Ministry of Culture during a meeting with NLI officials. Mishra directed the administration to open the city hub for public use immediately. While a formal inauguration will be held later in the presence of the Union Minister, citizens should not have to wait to use the facility in National Library of India, source said. The Esplanade Center on once housed the library's vast newspaper archives and was a favorite destination for generations of scholars, journalists, and writers. Among Its regular visitors were Satyajit Ray, Mrinal Sen, Rad- Radha Prasad Gupta, and Sunil Gangopadhyay. Years of neglect, however, weakened the structure and threatened its valuable collections. In 2004, the authorities shut the building and shifted the newspaper division to Bhasha Bhavan at the NLI's Belvedere complex in Alipur. For nearly 20 years, the heritage building remained unused. Till 2022, it remained a garbage dump, recalled former Director General NLI AP Singh, who spearheaded the revival initiative. After I joined, I felt the section must be restored for the readers. After much effort, it was decided to restore it to its old glory. Today, I am very glad to know that it is being thrown open to the public. The restored city hub combines its historic architecture with modern facilities. It will offer current newspaper, periodicals, and magazines, a digital resource section, and a dedicated wing for competitive exam aspirants. Oh, thank you. It also has a quiet area for senior citizens, facilities for physically challenged readers, high-speed Wi-Fi, charging stations, computer docks, smart photocopying machines that accept digital payments, and a coffee and a snack bar. I'm really glad to know about this, but I don't know whether this kind of library will have the scientific book or the science books, which I do really need to read, like the main national library in Alipur uh, do have does have, but I don't know this will have or not. If it has, then I'll be more than glad. I'll be going there every day. Okay, let's see, because this locality where I do live is getting worse and day by day. Um, I have talked about the local miscreants. They are actually too bad that whatever they are talking about, they talk so loudly that we can hear from our rooms, and they, those words are so bad that all the children, whoever able to listen to that particular voice, they will surely get to learn about bad things, and we don't want that to happen to our children. Now, there is another news that it is also good news. Focus on genetic testing to preempt fetal disorder. We know about um, amniocentesis, like where the amniotic fluid, just a second, where we collect the amniotic fluid from the mother's womb, and then we test it for any kind of genetical disorder or possible disorder uh, to the fetus. Uh, if it is curable, then it is good to detect before the birth, right? If it is not curable, then the decision will go to the parent whether they can keep the child or not. And because yeah, after all, it is about the child health and the future of the child and the future of the parent too, because they are already involving in that matter. So let's see about focus on genetic testing to preempt fetal disorder. Prenatal genetic diagnosis was one of the key focus area during the two-day annual meeting for fetal medicine specialists in Kolkata. Experts say prenatal genetic testings, which can detect chromosomal abnormalities and inherited conditions in a developing fetus, is helping couples make informed decisions on whether to continue pregnancies affected by serious anomalies. Doctors said an increasing number of expectant parents are opting for prenatal genetic testing in addition to routine pregnancy investigations. The annual meeting of Fetal Medicine Society FMS Bengal chapter featured workshops on various aspects of fetal medicines with the special focus on genetic testing. Experts stressed that as genetic becomes increasingly important in obstetric practice, developing competency in invasive diagnostic procedures is essential for safe sample collection, accurate diagnosis, and better pregnancy outcomes. The combination of expert fetal imaging, invasive prenatal diagnosis, and genomic technologies has transformed prenatal care. Training healthcare professionals in these rapidly evolving areas is essential to delivering accurate diagnosis, appropriate genetic counseling, and better outcomes. Integrating genetics into routine fetal medicine practice empowers clinicians to move beyond diagnosis towards personalized and informed pregnancy care, said Dipanjan Dotto, medical geneticist and secretary of SFM Bengal. Doctors said prenatal genetic testing can detect conditions including Down syndrome, sex chromosome abnormalities, sex chromosome anomalies, cystic fibrosis, sickle cell disease, spinal muscular atrophy, which is SMA, early diagnostic of early diagnosis enables families and medical team to prepare for a baby's healthcare needs and make informed reproductive choices. So, when structural anomalies or genetic risks such as thalassemia in the parents are identified, clinicians often need to obtain fetal tissue samples. Participants received hands-on training in procedure including chronic villus sampling, chorionic villus sampling. So this is the chorionic villi is uh, the finger-like projection of the fetal to the uterine wall. So there are uterine villi and the chorionic villi. So the chorionic villi is a part of the fetal cell. Okay, it is made up of the cells of the zygote. So we can not harm the baby and simultaneously get the all the genetic information of the baby from the chorionic villi because it is a part of the placental thing, right? So inside of that, the fetus is floating in the amniotic fluid, and around that there is that placenta, the chorionic villi coming out of that structure, and of course merging with the another kind of villi, which is um, actually in the uterine wall of the mother where it is actually hanging from, and also there is an umbilical cord, we know, right? uh, but it is really important to know that the chorionic villi or the placental cells are of the zygotic cells. So of course from if we can get the cells from there, we can get the total genetic information of the baby. So that's why the chorionic villus sampling CVS, amniocentesis I have talked about, um, medical termination techniques, advanced fetal ultrasound sonography, and echocardiography. The program also included an advanced fetal imaging and 4D ultrasound workshop. 11 nationally renowned fetal medicine experts led the training. The faculty included Ashok Khurana, Alok Varsne, Kushagradi Ghosh, Kanchan Mukherjee, Khurshid Alam, Prasanna Roy, Vinayak Das, Ananya Basu, Devlina Kaur, Kamal Oswal, and Shankar Dev. Every woman deserves access to quality prenatal diagnosis. Our responsibility extends beyond mastering advanced technology. It is to build systems, train professionals, and share knowledge. Scientific excellence has its greatest value when it serves society, said Kanchan Mukherjee, senior fetal medicine specialist and Central Executive Committee member of SFM. So I think it is quite informative. So I will surely tag this time of this newspaper reading, which is around 44 minutes, right? Okay. Mm, Substance abuse SOP to ease IIT student distress. So, what are the rules to watch? Every student must sign a mandatory annual anti substance abuse undertaking. It must be countersigned by a parent or guardian. Very good. It is a mandatory precondition for hall allotment, semester registration. Sure. Any student who seeks medical help in good faith will be protected from disciplinary actions. This is conditional upon the student completing counseling, rehabilitation, and ensures confidentiality. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, because if anyone is under such kind of abuse, then and they are seeking the help, then they will be helped, and there will be confidentiality. That's a good thing. Ram Temple Trust bylaws limit restructuring plans. Rejected Annapurna please to be reviewed by Friday. So, um, any person whose Annapurna plea or application for Annapurna Bhandar is was rejected few days ago, will be reviewed by Friday, by this Friday, and hopefully you will be refunded with your Annapurna benefits. So let's see. Just a second. Harassed by loan apps, MP student dies by suicide. Harassed by digital loan agent, a final year BTech student allegedly died by suicide in MP's Sagar district on Saturday. Police said student's mobile phone contained records of repeated calls from Pakistan-based phone numbers and chats in which the senders allegedly threatened to morph his family's photographs and circulate them online unless he paid the extortion money. Aman Prajapati, 21, was a resident of Audar village, Audar village, and a student of Sagar University. He had checked into a lodge in Bina on Friday evening, police said. He was found dead when a staffer went to wake him up the next morning. The family said Aman never disclosed this harassment to or financial pressure to his relatives. Okay. Pandavani exponent Tijan Bai, who lived Mahabharata characters, died. So, Pandavani exponent Tijan Bai, who took Chhattisgarh oral retelling of Mahabharata from village squares to the global stage, died Sunday at AIIMS Raipur after a long illness. She was 70. This Padma folk singer Malini Avasthi said she created her own voice. and then made sure it was the voice everyone respected. She prepared the ground on which women performers like us could stand. So she was one of the breakthroughs herself. Just a second. Here we come. So another news which is not that kind of important, but uh, actually it raises a question. Punctuality should matter more than the color scheme, right? So punctuality of the buses of the vehicles should matter more than the color of them. Like if they were sometimes they were once red, then turned into blue, and now they are being turned into orange or saffron. Government officials are maintaining a caution stance on the visual overhaul. There is no formal policy decision to permanently alter the color scheme that state's transport department, the state transport department, a WBTC official said. Many connected with the transport sector view the change through a critical lens, warning that cosmetic changes are overshadowing the deeper systemic crisis. And every new regime treats the transport fleet like a billboard for their political brand, said Tapan Das, a transport union leader. But changing the color from blue to saffron does nothing to address the severe shortage of driver and maintenance staff. Likely YOLO cabs, government buses defined Kolkata once. The white and blue color scheme heralded the coming of AC buses in large numbers. Now saffron can herald the start of a CNG era. Let this be rebranding exercise instead of political gimmick, okay? Said Aniket Banerjee, a founder of Kolkata Bus Operating. Oh, yes. But base system turns into depression, more rain likely to happen in West Bengal, especially the South Bengal. Satluj taken off Z5 2 days after release. So it is actually continued on the 16th page. Let's read about this film. I don't know about this film. Diljit Satluj taken off OTT platform vows to bring it back. Actor-singer Diljit Dosanjh's long-delayed film Punjab 95, which released in India on streaming service Z5 under a new title, Satluj, has become unavailable on the platform just 2 days after later. The film, based on the life of right activist Jaswant Singh Kalra, was stuck in censorship for over 3 years. In light of the current development, Satluj will be unavailable in India until further notice. We remain committed to exploring every appropriate avenue through due process to bring the film back to our audience at the earliest opportunity, the streamer said. The OTT platform said the response to Satluj since its release has been truly overwhelming. The Honey Tehran directed movie was released without any cuts on Friday, but on Sunday evening, the platform shared a statement to inform viewers that it is no longer available in India. আমি দেখিনি এখনো পর্যন্ত. I haven't watched it. Okay. Dilip Ghosh, we know about this leader, right? Dilip's big threat at Pradhans. Bengal Panchayat Minister Dilip Ghosh said on Sunday absentee Panchayat Pradhans would be pelted with bricks. I will send police to their homes. If they still don't turn up, I will organize in a blockade of their home. Bricks will be thrown at them. Oh my God. It would be better if they come to office on their own. Correct. Ghosh said. Nearly 2,000 pradhans are inactive, he said. Government projects are in trouble because of them, Ghosh said. It is continued on the 6th page. Let's read. Such a strict person. Such a strict minister. Absentee panchayat chiefs to be pelted with bricks. Okay. UP tattoo. Look, there is actually it should not be this small news. It's a big news actually. UP tattoo artists ink selves test HIV positive. We know about HIV, right? Human immunodeficiency virus. We do know about this, right? AIDS. This HIV, this virus can cause us AIDS, this disease, right? So, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, right? So, look, this AIDS disease, or AIDS, this AIDS is actually can be spreaded with the reused needle or needle sharing, or the body fluid sharing, like while we are transfusing blood fluid during blood transfusion, unprotected sexual activities, um, and there are mainly these are the uh, main way to get infected from HIV, right? So whenever there is being there is something done, like sharing same razor blade of shaving. So look, a healthy person cannot infect a healthy person, but who is affected by this virus can so whatever he is using, if his body fluid is being infected, like is being contaminated, like the tools are being contaminated with the body fluid of the affected person. Surely if someone who is healthy use that tool, will get the infection, will get the virus, will get the disease. So the tattoo artist inks selves test HIV positive. The needle, I don't know, the machine or whatever they use to make tattoos. So maybe uh, we are we have such a craze to have a tattoo on our body, but this can cause our life, right? Cost our life. A 22-year-old man and his wife, both tattoo artists in UP's Bulandshahr, have tested HIV positive, with health officials suspecting the infection may have been linked to unsafe tattooing practices, including tattoos they inked on themselves using contaminated equipment, reports Rahul Singh. मेरे बच्चों, ये तो नहीं करना चाहिए था. लाइक टैटू भी करो तो देख के करो. If you are being loyal, you are not performing this kind of unprotected sex, and or having multiple sexual partner. You are not having a multiple sexual partner, but you are um, performing this kind of activities, like sharing needles, or sharing needles while drug abuse, or um, sharing blades, or sharing body fluids, or sharing this kind of equipments, um, or doing tattoo from this kind of unhygienic artists. you can get this specific virus or specific disease. So please be aware of health, because health is wealth. Indonesia looks beyond UPI, eyes India's digital blueprint. Modi's visit is set to deepen cooperation. The proposed UPI QRI's linkage will enable seamless cross-border payment, which is a good thing. So what more is there, which is readable? Each and every story is readable, but I don't have that much of time to read each and every news, right? 8 dead as Sobo sees wettest July day in 15 years. For 435 evacuated in Panvel. Dombivli building wall crash, 50 families shifted. Oh my goodness. Over 200 tree collapses were reported across Mumbai on Sunday. Orange alert today, schools across Mumbai region to be shut. অনেক বৃষ্টি হয়েছে না? Child care housework keeps 69% urban women out of work, NSO survey tells. Sure, because whenever someone is being a mother or becoming a mother, she is actually compelled to give her total attention to house and her children, to her children. So it's maximum of the uh, mothers are compelled to be at home, and not many of the works are being done like this. There are many news like Portugal, Greece, Spain battle wildfire. Greek officials issue toxic air alert. Firefighters yesterday, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, we talked about this wildfire. So firefighters try to contain a fire at a warehouse facility. 11-year-old to face trial for shopping plaza fire, which killed 72 in Pakistan. Egypt inaugurates world's largest defense headquarters, report. Next round of US-Iran talks likely in Islamabad, report. Fireworks fears fractions at America's 250th birthday bash. It was mostly on 4th July. No? Reclaim America when extremist group get crashed USA birthday party. German minister raises alarm over a far-right state government. Jewelry likely to be worth more than 4 million euros stolen from French Museum from on. Pakistan deputy PM's grandson among 8 held for gang rape of 2 foreigners. কি বলবে এটাকে চেঞ্জ হবে না? So what's on the business part? Karatlan may go to West Asia Damas way. USTR probe action creates uncertainty for India. FMCG Q1 demand stable, cost flag E1 Nino risk. Sorry, El Nino risk. I'm so sorry. El Nino risk flag holds. So monitoring monsoon progress. The Dabur said price hike in Q1 helped mitigate the impact of elevated inflation. Godrej consumer estimated margin to be lower than quarter one, lower in quarter one. GCPL is mindful that El Nino conditions could heighten the weather volatility. Saffola oils maker Marico said that it is closely monitoring the impact of El Nino on monsoon. AWL agribusiness posted a mid-single digit volume growth, although edible oil sales through general trade took a hit. And what's next? Rise in early exits from life policies point to mis-selling. Gold to remain firm as investors await Fed cues. So গোল্ডের কি হাল হবে? দিনে দিন তো দাম কমছে বাড়ছে হয়ে যাচ্ছে। What's on next? Now there are few news about the sports. Chandrika Joyashree powered India to flying start. India opened its campaign at the Under-19 Asian Boxing Championships in fine fashion with Chandrika Pujari and Jayashree Devi registering dominant wins in Jakarta on Saturday. Aditi Diksha stay in title hunt. Diksha Dagar and Aditi Ashok remain firmly in contention for a strong finish in the Hulencourt Women's Open after moving into a shared third place in Hulencourt, Belgium. Sharma misses cut. Shubhankar Sharma misses the cut on his return. The competitive golf after to competitive golf after a lengthy breaks as German Thomas Rosenmuller surged into contention at the BMW International Opening match. Then India must adapt better, says Kishan. Djokovic overtakes Federer en route to quarters. Australia cruised to 7th world title. Then what? Yes. There are some sports news about football too. Okay, so on the 5th of July. Yes, it was the ugly game. France defeated Paraguay by 1-0. France's win over Paraguay in the round of 32 was marked by acrimony and bad blood between the two teams. It had mainly to do with the physicality that Paraguay brought to the equation, something that didn't exactly go down well with the French players. While it didn't descend into a free for all, the atmosphere brought back memories of those matches in World Cup that were reduced to a scar. Times of India took a look, so you can read from this section. But I will wind up this section reading these two statements, one from Mbappe and one from Gill. Mbappe from France and Gill from Paraguay. They thought we'd turn up in tuxedos, that we'd just come to pull off spectacular moves, but we know how to play the dirty game too, and we did that today. We won, and even in that respect, we were better than them. If we have to get our hands dirty, we'll get our hands dirty. If Mbappe told this. And Gill, I tried to shake his hand. I tried to shake his hand. He is being by the word his is being referred to Mbappe's hand. So I tried to shake his hand, but since he didn't pay me any attention, I lost my temper from the first moment. We made our presence felt on the pitch to play hard. If the ball gets through, the man doesn't. Yeah, you make him seem like a dictator. He, Kylan has an image for some people on the outside that doesn't correspond at all to reality. Deschamps and Manu Kon, uh, France midfielder, said, I had never played a match like this with so many hits. I mean, cheap shots, shoves in the back. So yes, it was complicated. Then by France defender, we fought a battle. We won the battle. Saliba and the Paraguay coach said France couldn't find the answers, and it took a bit of individual skill and a penalty given by VAR to make the difference, which their football had not been able to do. We worked so hard to get a different result, but I will leave here with the knowledge that we came to compete and we did compete. Crossing the red line. Sorry, Portugal's Decro is shown the red card by referee Valentin Ivanov of Russia after his second yellow card offense. Okay. Hmm. In football, sometimes it is like hit and run kind of situation. Okay, that was it for today. Not for today, but for yesterday's news. I will be back soon reading the news of today's on live, and till then you will be watching, or you will complete watching, or you will not watch, but this video will be uploaded, and I will take at least 1 or 2 hour break to revive my health or to revive my mood because I'm not feeling that well. Okay, before winding up this reading session, as I always do, I always tell you to create a a better circle, a circle of safety around you, and make yourself safe and healthy every day. Because when after all, you will create the safety circle around you, and that safety circle around you will make your near and dear ones to feel safe and sound around you. And if each of us create this kind of circle around us, the circles will surely make um, merge and make a greater circle of safety, or a greater safe society, a safer society. And that's my motto. Bye bye. Take care.